Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another Duping the Vibes video for you, and I've decided to dupe the vibes of the Melt Cosmetics She's in Parties palette. You might be looking at me and wondering why I have uneven eyes today. I couldn't decide on just one look to do, so I did two. But I'm also far too lazy to do both eyes and then take them both off, so I just did one then the other. If it really bothers you, here is the time that I will be jumping to where I'm putting the makeup on, and maybe that will bother you less. Otherwise, good luck. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. I really enjoyed making it because I love to shop my stash and show my stash some love. So without further ado, let's get on into it. So I was hanging out in one of my Facebook groups and I guess someone posted the trend mood. That's how we always find out everything, isn't it? Someone posted the trend mood picture of the She's in Parties palette. And I also saw the Natasha Denona bronze palette and a couple of other things. And I knew that I'm like, all right, I think I want to make Duping the Vibes kind of like the thing that I do, mainly because I think it helps me not buy every new palette that I see. And if I'm going to be honest, I love purples so much. And as soon as I saw that She's in Parties, I was like, I think that's the one. And I think it's going to be hard. And it was. So with all that being said, let's see how I decided to dupe this palette. All right, so I saw this picture once again in a Facebook group. Someone had taken the trend mood photo because, I mean, how else do we learn about new beauty releases unless trend mood is telling us about them on Instagram, like, right? And again, I just love these purples, and Melt Cosmetics has such a different take because these are all really kind of grungy, like they're like eggplanty, but a little bit brown and a little bit burgundy, and I really liked the color combination here. And when I saw it, I was like, ooh, I'd like to wear some of those colors. I think I have some of them. But duping this palette's going to be hard. And it was. It's a good thing that for this particular style of video, I don't care a whole lot about finding a match for every single shade, like one by one. I'm not trying to find a palette dupe. I'm just trying to say that if I had this palette, what would I do with it? And can I do that with what I have already? So that's what I attempted to do today. I'm going to go through and I'll show you some of the shades that I found that I think are close-ish. They're certainly not perfect, and I didn't use all of them. I used a lot of them, though, in these two looks. I'm a little bit surprised. If you want to see how I got... Oh, let me swatch them. I don't know. I don't feel like this is close enough for me to really warrant swatching them for you, but I'll do it anyway. So, Skeleton Kiss, we're using Ray from It's a Princess thing. I love it. They do such a nice job. I'm always so surprised. I'm going to go with Ballsy from Bling Boss for that lilac-y kind of shimmer there. This is that lilac shade from the Tropical palette from CColor Cosmetics. Now to get Last Caress, I'm going to mix together a couple of shades. This is a bit of a stretch. It's a bit of a stretch. Pizzazz from Bling Boss. That is by far the best swatch that I've gotten out of anything, except for possibly Ray. I don't really have that Sleepwalk, that deeper purple. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, I forgot this one. I also used Magic Carpet from the It's a Princess thing palette. It's probably not as shimmery as the one from Melt is. I always swatch super crooked on my arm, and it makes me insane. I start out up here, and they go like all the way down my arm. Every time. You want to see someone who does beautiful swatches? Jen Phelps. Check out Jen Phelps on YouTube. I'll link her below. She has the most stunning swatches of all time. For this video, I'm trying something new, using my iPhone, which I think is a bit of a better camera to try to capture this look and can zoom in. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Revolution Pro Eye Elements in Core Eye Primer. Then I'm going to go in with Pizzazz from the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe Bling Boss palette. I started out using a fluffy brush, but then I realized that wasn't really giving me the look that I wanted, so I go in with a flat shader brush there. And I'm still not getting the intensity I want, so then I go ahead and spray my brush and apply this shadow wet, and then I'm really starting to get the look that I want. Also, I'm totally aware that that mirror is overexposing, and I figure this out pretty quickly, so I'm just going to leave it for the time being. Here I've taken a fluffy brush and I'm just blending out the edges of that shadow that I placed down really intensely on my lid. And I'm going to keep going back and forth. I'm going to place and then I'm going to blend, and I'll place and I'll blend until I get the look exactly where I want it. Oh, there, I figured it out. Now I'm going to add some depth with Mystic from that same palette, using a small fluffy brush right in my outer corner. When referencing the picture, I've noticed the shape is a little bit different, so I'm going to draw it a little bit further out, even though it's a little outside my comfort zone. You can always clean it up and make that edge a little bit less harsh by just tapping that in. I want to keep using the same brush, but I'm going to go ahead and clean it off with a paper towel, and then go in with it and shade just a little bit deeper, again adding more depth to the outer corner of that eye. I've noticed that over time some of that pizzazz has faded away, and I really want to intensify it up a little bit more, so I'm just going in and adding more as I see fit. When you're done placing a shadow, no one says you have to actually be done. Go back as many times as you want to get the look that you want. So I'm going to attempt to use Tonic from the Maybelline Soda Pop palette to add a little bit of a highlight, like a halo eye, on my lid. Yeah, yes, Gina, it smells like soda. You'll notice that this palette didn't actually make it into my introduction. That's because I'm going to have to replace this with another shade fairly soon. It doesn't end up holding up even through me finishing out this eye look, and that just makes me mad. If you ever look on Instagram or YouTube or whatever and see someone who has a beautifully applied eye look and you're like, wow, I just can't make mine do that. Not to say that I think that I do beautiful eye looks. I'm very amateur at makeup. I just do it because I love it. But I go back and forth with these shades so many times that don't feel like you have to be able to do it one time or in 15 minutes and it should be done. How do I make myself look more like her? Probably need to have her eye shape and her brow shape, which I do not. Now this is making my eye look a little bit droopy, I think. So, see if I can pull that shape up a little bit. I'll probably also will, well, you know what? I'm gonna go underneath the eye a little bit, so that might help round that shape out a little bit more. I don't usually like to do a lot of my lower lash line. I don't really feel super comfortable with it, but that is what they have done in this look, so we'll give it a shot. I think that's where we're gonna stop for now until I can get my face done. What I'm really torn about is, do I want to do the same thing on this eye, or do I want to take a look at one of the other looks that they have? I'm not really going to follow exactly along with any of these others. I think we're just going to do the look that I think I would most likely do with the colors in this palette, which honestly I don't think is terribly different from this. I think it's just a little more subtle. That mauve is the hardest color for me to find right now. I think we're going to go in with this lilac color. And here I'm taking kind of a densely packed fluffy brush, and I'm just putting this shade all in my crease, blending it out very, very smoothly. Alright, this is a little bit grayer, not quite as purple, but this might actually work. Maybe I'll mix it together with some of that lilac to give it a little bit more of a purpley feel. I always forget that I can do that, you know? I always forget that just because I don't have this shade that matches. I think that's more along the lines of what I want. It's more along the lines of what I wanted. I'm super sloppy with the outside of my eye, and that's usually because I don't really mind going back in and cleaning it up afterwards. Yeah, we're gonna do Gina's favorite eye look. And I think we're gonna go back in with Mystic. So now I'm taking a soft brush, but it still has a point, in order to really concentrate that deeper shade in the corner of my eye, so I can get the shape of the eye that I want. Oh, I know what color I want to use. Designer Disney. I think this color Magic Carpet. Oh, this one. Magic Carpet. Kind of a sparkly eggplant. I have to do some blending at the outside. I will get there. And because I have this hood, I'm gonna extend some of those darker shades of just a little bit so we can see them a little bit more on the top of my eye. I'm gonna regret that. It's turning a little bit darker than I was expecting it to. Where's my color switch? This is not really a color switch. This is the Sonia Kashuk, I think $10 version from Target. This is just stipple sponge material though, so you can buy stipple sponges for even cheaper than that and not have to spend that kind of money on these things. So I had applied too much color, so I took the color off of that brush using that color switch type contraption. And now I'm using a clean brush to try to blend that away a little bit, make it a little bit more what I was trying to go for. Much better. And in place of that Skeleton Kiss color, we're gonna go in with Ray, the designer of Disney, it's a princess thing palette, that's what it is. And instead of doing it, actually I'm probably gonna put it over where I did that tonic too, because it's not holding up as well as I would want it to. Yeah, if I'm being honest, this is probably the look that I would do more or less every single time I pulled that palette out. Just build up Ray a little bit more. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then I will come back and we'll finish like the lower lash line, eyeliner, mascara, all that fun stuff. All right, so I think we're at the point, I just highlighted my brow, what you saw. I don't know why I said that. Where I'm gonna do final touches on like lower lash line over here, blending, all that fun stuff. And I'm just gonna use Flexitarian in my inner corner. This side I think is more or less done. What do I want to do? I want to deepen that outer edge a little bit more. No, let's not mess with a good thing. I like that. Because I feel like every time I try to add something to the lower lash line, I'm like, well, I wish I hadn't done that. Don't mess it up. All right, we're okay so far. All right, I think that's enough for that look. This would be like Gina's everyday daytime, just when I wear some purple eyeshadow. This side, what is she wearing? Can we just talk about how stinking gorgeous this model is? I can't stand it. And they have that brought all the way here. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Shut up! What the f***? Something really fun about both my husband and myself is neither of us has a really good indoor voice. And when we get excited, we get louder. And that is frequently when we're playing games. Now, a lot of the games that we play are frequently online because we do a lot of Xbox gaming with our friends, which is good times. But on Zoom, because I mean, I guess on the Xbox, like you've got it's on this side for me, your headset with your microphone, the microphone's right here, right? So like you're like totally aware that the microphone's right by your frickin' face. But when you're on a Zoom call and you're not wearing your headset maybe, which he probably is not, though he should be, because it would make his life easier and make him a little bit quieter for me. It feels like you have to shout to be heard at your computer. And I think that's what he's doing. And I'm totally guilty of this too. I was on a Zoom wine night and he's like, "You are so loud." I'm like, well, I'm also drinking. And if I get loud when I get excited, I get louder when I get tipsy because I also get happy and excited then. Guys, I don't think I ruined it. I do have to do some blending. See, this is the problem with freaking hooded eyes, right? When I think that looks about where I want it to be. But when I open my eye, all of a sudden I have this hood that I have to worry about. And it looks like the cut, like the depth goes, Newt. This is why Wayne Goss says to do your eyeshadow with your eyes open. And I always forget it. I have the same issue down here, right? Because I tend to do this. And then I lower it, and nothing is where I put it. So, amateur tip. Don't do that. That Maybelline shadow did not stay at all. What a damn disappointment. Nope, so we're gonna go over the Colourpop because they just do so much better. And it's just a tiny bit of a highlight there, so I don't need much. We'll see if I can manage to not do much. Colourpop shimmers. Ah, that's exactly what I wanted. Colourpop shimmers can pack a good bit of punch. That is what I wanted. So, I'll be right back with mascara and eyeliner. I don't know why I don't wear them more often. Every time I wear them, I feel like very flirty. God, that makes me feel super self-indulgent. Posing. Whatever. I'm showing off the products. I'm showing off, hopefully, that I did a good job. All right, so those are the shades that I picked to dupe what this palette means to me. This is how I got these eye looks today. And again, this isn't to say that Melt Cosmetics didn't make something that's beautiful and unique, because certainly I had a hard time finding those shades in my collection. But I want to be a responsible consumer for myself. I want to be sure I'm putting money away for the future, and I don't need to go spending $50 on a palette every time one catches my eye, right? So the purpose of this series for me is not to say you're not getting my money. The purpose of this is for me to say, can I already do what I want to do without buying something new? Without creating more waste, which is eventually what's going to happen, without I don't know. It just feels like so much emphasis is put on what's new and better. And I'm sure that Melt has a beautiful, beautiful formula with this. And I've only ever heard good things about their stacks. I can't bring myself at this point in my life to just go, I'm just going to buy every single thing that I like. I have like 45 palettes. There's got to be something that I can do with what I have. I shouldn't even have what I have, but they're here already, and so I'm not just going to toss them. And this is really fun. This is really fun for me. It's like an adventure. Can I find what I want? Can I do the things that I'm trying to do? And it feels like I win. And I like to win. I feel like I won. Like, this is, for me, close enough. That model is certainly much more beautiful than I am, and that makeup artist who did her makeup is certainly much more talented than I am. But if I'm going for, like, the amateur version of what that is, I feel like I accomplished that with the stuff that I have tonight. And so that's really exciting for me. I feel like I feel like the next thing I'm going to, we're just talking too much. There's no point anymore. So I just have so much fun with it. And honestly, I hope you do too. I hope that what you take away from this is it can be fun to go searching through the stuff that you have already and seeing what's new. Like, what haven't I done with this yet? And figuring out what to do. I hope you found this video entertaining, fun, insightful, whatever, helpful, whatever it is that you try to get out of them. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, we've been rolling this whole time. That's cool. Hi. Maybe I should do my hair someday for these videos, but probably not. It's because I did 2 different eye looks today, and no, obviously it's because of that. I keep saying melt makeup. Let's just start this whole thing over. Take 2. Today I have another Duping the Vibes. Why can't I f***ing remember how to say this? I didn't have the mauve. This is the eye that I took off of their website. I mean, it's my eye. This is the eye look that they had on their website that I wanted to try to duplicate. Excuse me. I guess really just the point is, on here. How did that happen? Either. What are we trying to say? Struggle. Every time, Gina. Seriously? And come back and see me again. I'll see you. No, I sound like what's her face? Come back and see me, May West. Why don't you come back and see me sometime? See you next time. I don't even know what's wrong with me. Oh, lordy. Okay, it's almost like I've never filmed a video before. Gina, just say goodbye. And I'll see you next time. Bye. For f***'s sake.